Hey, what's up, you guys? It's IAmTheLionRider, and today the update has dropped, and we finally have our Southeast Asia pack. But with it came the free update, which is the 1.5 update, and with it, one of my favorite features, the water customization feature. And I wanted to just go over everything related to it because we finally have blue ass water. I am so excited. This is my favorite feature. So I'm just in my marine park right now, and we're going to just kind of play around with a bunch of different fun designs for the water. Starting with my favorite, like I said, we have to check out the blue ass water. So this is the default watercolor, which isn't bad. As you can see, it's fine, but it has this kind of like murky, dark bluish color. That's not what we want. We've wanted that nice cyan color. So if we just go into the select water feature, this is the water menu, and you can apparently name the water now, which is kind of interesting. And then if we go into the color menu, we can now change the color. Now, I will say all of the preset colors are very, very good. So if you ever wanted different presets, this is the way to go. So you have dirty water, clean water, which we've always had, but now you also have some other fun colors. So you have Everglades, which is kind of like a swamp color, which makes it like slightly green. This is really good. Again, maybe if you want it for like your hippo builds or crocodiles or something. Amazonian River, so it makes it that kind of like Amazon super murky brown water. You have tropical, which is blue ass water. So this is what we want. We want this nice cyan color. Tropical looks absolutely gorgeous. It's like crystal clear essentially, but with that hint of that cyan up top, which is exactly what we want. So this looks really good. So I really like tropical. Crystal clear is another favorite of mine. So at first you're just like, what's the difference? Underwater, and I guess if we check on underwater viewing, you can't really see it because I don't have my water level high enough, but let's try to change that. There we go. So this is what the default underwater viewing looks like, right? Not really great. So if we go back to crystal clear water and change that to crystal, as you can see, we could see everything super, super clearly through the glass. So you can see way out there. That was never possible before. So that is awesome. So there's still the glare from the glass, but this is definitely totally presentable for underwater viewing. Similarly, we have some other fun ones going down the list. We have Azure, which this is the true blue ass water. You wanted nice, bright blue, or I guess cyan, I should say. This is the way to go. This is absolutely gorgeous looking. It's not very clear, I will say that, so you might want to mess with the transparency a little bit, like change that down, but it looks so good looking. Like, I would probably have it at that level. I think that looks good. You can see everything super clear, but you still get that really bright blue. That is what we've been wanting for the longest time. That looks so good. Next up, we have the next preset, which is Midnight. So this is kind of like a purple shade. They kind of showcased this when they were showing off the picture, and it looks really good. It's not a super realistic color, but at nighttime it actually looks really good. So it kind of gives it a nice kind of like purplish haze, which makes it kind of like an ocean color. So that's kind of nice. If we now check out the next few, these are kind of your fun, gimmicky ones. So you have Toxic, which is supposed to be green sludge. It's literally, you can't see anything underneath. It's just pure green. It just turns it into a brick of toxic waste, which is pretty funny, actually. Similarly, you have Cosmic Cow, which makes it into like kind of like the Cosmic Cow milkshake color, which is, like pink. You have Gulpy, which turns it into like the Gatorade orange, or orange soda, I guess you could say. Sort of like Gulpy, the dinosaur mascot from Planet Coaster. You have Pip Shot, which turns it into basically like green soda. I was kind of surprised they didn't make it like the water bottle color, like blue, but I mean, I guess that's fine. And then Street Fox, which turns it into coffee. So if you want to have your thing in coffee, that is totally doable. Similarly, now let's just play with some of the presets. So, obviously this is meant for beluga whales. So we're going to make it some blue ass water. We're going to get that nice, crystal clear blue water. So it looks really nice. There you go. So this is what we've always wanted. So this would be, maybe even since it's a little colder, we might even want to make it slightly bluer, but a little bit darker. So kind of like that, maybe even a little bit changed, sort of like that. That looks really, really good now. So similarly, we have our tropical habitat over here. So this is kind of for our sea turtles. So if we change the color, we can select this water. What do we want to do for this one? So maybe like, maybe we'll go a little bit more. Well, let's maybe start with crystal clear, right? So crystal clear looks really, really good. But we're going to maybe make it like just a hint blue. So that looks really good. I really like that color. So it's kind of that deep, rich blue color, and you can kind of see straight down to the bottom. So that's going to look really, really good. Similarly, we have our Everglades habitat over here. So if we select this one we literally want to use the Everglades probably. I might change it a little bit from the greenish to maybe like a little bit of a turquoise or something. But definitely, there you go. There's that kind of swamp green color, which looks really good. Over here we have the flamingo habitat. So for the flamingos, we probably want another, kind of, let's go for more of like a South American deep blue type thing. So we could do sort of like this maybe. I know these are all basically just shades of blue, but obviously you probably wouldn't be messing too much with it. But that looks pretty good. I like that color variation. Tide pool. This would be something you probably want that crystal clear water in as well. So literally just the default. You can see it super, super clearly. Penguin habitat. So for the African penguins, we're probably going to want something very similar to our blue ass water. There we go. That looks really, really good. I love the colors of the water. For the North American river otters, let's do something a little bit differently. Let's go for something that's maybe a bit more realistic for like a river. So like something like up top, it can be sort of like a darker blue sort of thing. So sort of like this, like a river color, but obviously we want to get that transparency up so that we can get a good look at our otters. So maybe if we do something like that, it'll look a little bit better. So yeah, you can clearly see the otters now. Looks great. So the next tank that we probably could look at is the walrus habitat. So we want kind of like a frigid water for this. Sort of like what we did for the belugas. So if you want, you can do milk. If you want a milk habitat, you definitely could do that. Similarly, you could do tar. So you could do like a tar pit. But let's start with like a white, and let's just kind of go maybe more like this kind of color. Yeah, and then make the transparency just kind of like that. And it gives us that kind of like frigid water that we're looking for. So these are all like different shades, like I said. And now the big one is our shark tank, which currently has caiman in it because of the update. Now this was the default shark color. This is not good for an ocean tank. So we need to make it blue. So that's the first thing we want to do is let's get that rich blue color and let's increase that transparency. So you should be able to probably see in this tank for sure. So if we just darken it a little bit, there we go. So that looks really, really good. So as you can see from here, this looks awesome. This is exactly what we want. Normally to get this kind of like level of detail, you'd have to change it to nighttime to get the lighting to work nice. But like I really like this. How at night you get that kind of like benthic look, but during the day it's just kind of a normal ocean look. So I really like this update. This is my favorite update by far. Blue ass water. It's what I've been dying for since the aquatic pack dropped. I'm so excited. This is my favorite update, or part of the update in general. So you can go and check it out yourself. It's part of the free update. It looks great. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys do with your underwater viewings and watercolor options and stuff. But definitely blue ass water is something that I'm sure a lot of you are going to be doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you later.